Welcome again to another wonderful session. So I'm going to discuss a question. I had put it long enough on the archives, but I've decided to just do that question. So this is a question under Tacheometry survey. So this is the question that was done on the NEC 2023 November series. It was done, so that question had a little bit of a challenge, but I've decided to do it just to clear some little bit problem. So this is Gadgira Steven from Tilly Technical Certified Lecture and TVET CDAC. You can feel free to ask any question, so through the email or on the comment below. So feel free to ask any question after the workings, and also you can feel free to input any value. I highly encourage learners to be curious, to ask more questions, to input more values. So we have a lot of different ways in which we calculate things in survey. I'm sure someone can have an idea to do such a thing. I also can have an idea, so I think it will be wonderful if we put all those ideas together in order to make sure we demise the common enemy of failure. So feel free to put on any additional work, and if you have other methods of calculating such questions, feel free to give others the hint. It will be of much help. Let's go directly to the question. So on the first question, we were told to say the three factors which affect the accuracy of the horizontal length measured in tangential tacheometry. So the three factors which affect the accuracy. So the first one here, we have the instrumental errors. We have errors of the observation and errors due to natural causes. So these are the natural causes. So errors due to natural causes. So those are the few things. So you can add, you can input more value. So I'm sure we have many of them. So this is just me passing through. I'm sure this is something simple. So question 1b, the principle of stadia tacheometry. So here we were asked to make sure we calculate or we give the formulas. So this is just what I'm showing you. I don't want to get into much details. So we have I'm sure I have passed through at least 3 different methods in which we calculate or we find the values found here. So to me, these were the simplest. You have others found on the textbook. I'm sure you can go through them, and also you can adjust and find which of them is simple. So here is just the simple representative. In most questions, either you're asked to draw or just give the formula. So this is the drawing. This is the simple drawing through my observation, but we have other two ways in which we can calculate. So I'll do this question in detail on another occasion. So this is just a little thing I'm showing you here. You can pause the video and draw what you are seeing here. So this is the representative. So I have it on the next part. They have explained everything well here. So ABC, these are the rings of the staff, or where the stadia hairs of the tacheometer are. So S, the staff intercept or the optical center of the objective glass. We have the small a, which is represented by I. This is the stadia interval, and the stadia interval is always found here on the first. So here we have the stadia interval, stadia intercept here. So the distance covered, so this F is where the focus is, or the objective. So these are rays. These are representation of rays, how the rays travel from the diaphragm to the stadia stuff. So here is where the instrument is, and then here is the outside part where we have the stadia stuff. Yeah, so this is the representation of the telescope of a tacheometer. So where we get the formulas from, this is where we derive our main formula. That main formula of D is equals to Ks plus C. So the idea, the concept is brought from here. As I've said, I won't go into much detail. I will do that on another occasion, on another different question or the same question. So today mainly I wanted to do the calculation. So I can pause the video here, you write some little bit notes. So these are the representation of how I derived my formula. So this is the simplest way I found of deriving my formula. So we have another formula where we have it's a similar formula to that which we used on our high schools or on our mid-levels area. So the length formula, we have another similar one, similar to the length formula. Yeah, that for 1 over u is equals to 1 over v plus 1 over f, or something close to that. So also that is another formula, but I did find this to be much simple, straight ahead, well explained, and no question you can ask. So everything is just simple here. So this is just something small I wanted to show you to answer that question that you had been given there. So you can pause this video, copy the notes, I'll explain in much detail if any arise. So if any person needs much elaboration, you can comment on the section there, and then I may repeat this the derivation part of this formula into much detail. Let me go to the next question without wasting time. So you can pause the video and write those short notes there, they will help you. If you feel I need to explain more, please comment on the section below. So I'll go directly. So I was interested on this question 1c. So here we had been given this instrument station, staff station, the vertical circle reading and the staff reading. So here we had the 3 staff readings, so the top, mid and the bottom. We had been given the tacheometer was fitted with an analytic lens. So if you are told anything is fitted with an analytic lens, that means it observes our formula where we have the constant K and C. So constant from the formula, so constant K representing 100 and C representing 0. So we must use that formula because this is a tacheometer fitted with an analytic lens. At a second station C, the staff could not be held vertically because of overhanging tree branches. So there we have it. So this was just a continuation of the question. So on our next so the staff wasn't able, so we were unable to view the staff there. So on the that question read. So again this question I had it in a blurry screenshot, so I wasn't able to put it here in order for easy visibility if need arises. So the other part, so the station, so here we had 2 representative information. So this was table 1 where we had A, B. Then on table 2 we had A and C, where we had a parallatic angle of 4 degrees and 10 minutes. Then here we just had the staff intercept direct. So staff intercept, that is the S representative there. So the horizontal angle BAC was measured as 105 degrees 10 minutes. So we are in need to calculate the horizontal length of BC, a total of 7 marks. So this question, I'm not sure how people did it by the virtue of here. So in most cases we had learners. So because we were told here the staff could not be held vertically because of overhanging tree. So other learners went ahead and used that formula where the staff is held the staff is not vertical, but the problem is on that formula. So we have the r on the last part of the formula. We had r sine theta, and the representative r, this is the mid reading. Here we have been given only the staff intercept, so we are unable to get the middle reading. So that was a little bit challenging part there. So we are unable to get the middle reading r, or in some other formula it's written as h sin theta c, so something close to that. So we are unable to get this h or this r around the formula where the staff is not held vertically, because the staff intercept represent the whole. So from a to b is the staff intercept, but from c to the bottom of the staff we have not been given in such a scenario. So that was the little bit challenging part on this question. I don't know what NEC decided to do with this question. That is the main reason why you didn't see me having any bother to solve it, because those guys, I don't know what they thought. So it's the same thing that they did on the November series 2024, the exam done about a month ago. They did this thing of setting module 2, the whole syllabus of module 2 in a paper 3 question paper, which to me that is weird. So I think they need to change that. They need to step up while we are looking onto them. So when they do such correction, such things that are so those things are unfair to learners. You train the whole year a syllabus of the third year, and you guys you do your thing, and you decide to set a whole paper of second year. So to me that is something you need to pull up your socks. So when you get those people, make sure you give them a word or two. So this is another example of such a question. I don't know if we have a lagging in something that was done earlier, much earlier. So where the paper passed several people in order for them to notice the error, because this is a major error. This the staff intercept is given is right, but here we have been told the staff was not held vertical. So the formula of that such a thing cannot be done using such a thing. So where the staff intercept is provided, still the middle reading is missing, and the middle reading, I repeat, is not a half s. The mid reading is the distance covered from the mid, which is c, to the bottom of the staff. So there is no even I'm not sure what I can say, but this question, so I decided just to do it the way I can do it normally, assuming the errors conducted by NEC examination, the many errors they keep doing. So I don't know what those people do there, so I hope they will change for the better. So our learners, they suffer for nothing for your so make sure you do something on the next paper so the errors should be minimal. Please do that for the learners, they are suffering. So let me do it assuming the error. So here let me first start with the first part. So from the station A to B, so this is the instrument station and the staff station, so the distance A to B. So the vertical circle reading, so earlier the vertical circle reading is the whole thing, so we need to calculate our vertical angle from the vertical circle reading. So the vertical circle readings, it starts from 0 going in a clockwise direction. So by having that, so 90 minus 84 30, so here we have a positive 530. So that is the vertical angle. So we obtain from the above, we obtain the vertical angle. That is the vertical angle found here. Again, here we have the staff readings where we have the, so this is the bottom, mid and the top readings. So we are going to calculate our normal tacheometry using those values. So first we need to calculate the horizontal distance. So in order for us to do that, we need to calculate the horizontal distance in order to get this missing value. So that means we need to calculate d1 and d2 normally from where we have a calculation. So this is just a simple representation of the instrument. So the instrument is found on A. Here we have another. So this is where we had an obstacle where the tree branches were obscuring. So the staff is held. It's not vertical, it's held normal. It's on normal line of sight from the instrument, but at B it's held vertically. It's not normal. So here you can do such a revision, see the difference and what I'm talking about. So this is just a representation of such information. Let's go directly and we do the solution. So this is the solution in my perspective. I have consulted further this question. I told you to me I had rendered it null and void. So but let us do something here. We can assume those errors a little bit. So we are going to calculate the this is the d1 is equals to k s cos theta. So k 100, that is the constant 100. Here we have s, the difference in the staff. So this s, staff intercept here, the difference between a and b. So you subtract the first and the last reading of the top and the bottom readings, multiplied by cos, the angle which we had calculated earlier. So the vertical angle obtained here is what we are using to calculate the year. So by doing that, you'll find your final answer as 79.2 79.27 meters. Again, here we have the second part where we have an inclined line of sight with which is normal to the staff, so it's not held vertically. I decided to assume that, so and I did what I did directly. So again I use the same formula, which I'm not sure I'm supposed to do that because of this question. This question was wrong. So I go ahead, this ks cos theta squared. So I did assume what they had said because it has no direct solution. So I just used the paralytic angle for degrees 10 minutes multiplied by the staff intercept given to me by them. So this is s directly by 100, and I got the answer. So the distance covered from A to C is 298.42 meters. So I decided to assume the staff being normal because, as I have repeated, the formula that we could be using, the middle reading in that formula is not available in this concept of theirs, and I've repeated a half of in staff intercept cannot give me the middle reading. So I decided just to use all of it directly. So that is the thing I did. So I calculated the distance A to B and A to C in order for me to get B to C. And again we have another concept, sure, so I need you guys to see it through. So by the use of angular difference in the direction of an object as seen from 2 points of observation, the angle subtended at the object by the base length of the this is a range finder. So I'm trying to, you can use this concept, you will research more. So this is another concept in which we can apply to finding the distance AC. So this is just an explanation of the reason why I used this method. The substance bar method is equals to S over, so S is the staff intercept over 2 tan theta over 2. So this is the reason that made me use this formula, but I've not proven it well to do. So the formula is in it is in much research, so you can analyze. So this, remember, this is an OR. So this is another way in which if I had sat that paper, I will have done it again, or I'll just assume that error and continue on with what I was doing earlier here, where we find the distance of AB and AC. Then later we find the distance A, the distance B, BC. So this is what I have done here. So we calculate the horizontal distance of B to C using the cosine rule. So here we have, so this was the D of what I had done, of what I was doing here, the 45.82. So again, this formula I changed, so I decided to use again the distance to us to 98.42, what I had done here. So this distance covered here, so I decided to do that. I'm sure you guys will think through, and you can put down on the comment the right what you think was the right formula. So this is what I did. So by use of cosine rule, BC is equals to so this it's the square of B, this is the square of BC, is equals to what we have here. So this is the representation on which I did. So that is BC squared is equals to that is 79.27 plus the distance again that we had calculated there as 298.42. yeah. So this B square is equals to this squared plus this is the distance, so distance AB and AC squared, then minus 2 multiplied by the distance covered multiplied by cos the angle given. So we had been given this angle, earlier here. So on the question, let's go back to the question. We had been given that angle, so the angle covered, so here we had been given, so BAC measured as 105 degrees 10 minutes. So we had been given that question, we had been given that angle there, and that is what we are going to use by the use of a calculator. Use of a calculator. So the final answer, you find the square, because here we had B squared is equals to that. So this is the cosine rule. So by the use of a calculator, correctly use of your calculator, you find the distance BC as 328.20 meters. So this is the calculation done using my concept. Feel free to give me the ideas of your concept, because I did this question because the question to me was somehow wrong. So feel free to subscribe to the channel. It's an educative channel, also an adventure channel. So feel free to ask any question either through my email or through the comments below. Thank you.